Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia Graff. If that is the first time that you're ever tuning in, I like to talk about fragrance and perfume on here. So if that is something that you're interested in, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. So today I've got a really fun video lined up for you. I'm gonna be talking about some of my most seductive, perfect for date night type of fragrances. You know, with Valentine's Day coming up, I thought it'd be really fun to do sexy, intimate time, date night, alluring fragrances. And I've got a glass of wine here. I opened a bottle of wine because I was feeling in the mood. So we're gonna have that glass of wine. We're gonna chat about fragrance and it's gonna be so much fun. So please hit the subscribe button if you like the vibe of this video. I would love to have you along in the future. By Lancôme, and this is the La Nuit Trésor Nude. So I know a lot of people suggest other ones from this range. They have come out with a few different ones from this line. They've come out with a bunch of flankers. This is the one that I feel is not spoken about a lot and definitely not enough because I think this is such a gorgeous fragrance. It's actually an eau de toilette, but you guys, this is very good performing, and the main notes I get in here are a very feminine rose. There is coconut in here. There's a lot of vanilla in here. And I believe there are some solar notes and also a slight peach note. The peach note is not very strong. I get mainly the rose, the vanilla, and the coconut. Very feminine smelling rose fragrance that's not too deep. And I think rose fragrances, like I personally really enjoy rose. And I think they're perfect for Valentine's Day because a lot of people, you know, associate that with date night or whatever. So even if it's not on Valentine's Day, you know, roses are like a part of romantic settings. I think the coconut gives it almost a slight gourmand touch. This is not a gourmand fragrance really, but the coconut does make it very creamy and it also makes it very sweet. Like this is a very sweet rose, coconut, and vanilla fragrance. So it is quite sweet. This is a very feminine fragrance. This is not like a bombastic, like in your face sex bomb type of scent, but it does make me feel really pretty when I wear this. It makes me feel very feminine. So these are not all rose scents. I'm gonna show you a couple rose fragrances right to begin with. And I do actually have one more that I wanted to feature in this video, but I'm going to be doing a whole review on it. So it's gonna be uploaded after this. That one is also on the list, but I didn't want to like talk about it too much. So by Stella. And so Stella McCartney, she is a British designer and she came out with this. So this was her first fragrance that she released. It's called Stella, and unfortunately it has been discontinued. So I don't get it because this is an absolutely stunning, beautiful fragrance, but you can still find this on discounters and you can find this online. So I'll try and have a link for it. This is another beautiful rose fragrance that is super elegant and very feminine but very grown up. Like this one I think is a very youthful, almost girly type of fragrance. This one is a very like beautiful grown up but very modern woman. So the rose in here is very strong. You have to really enjoy rose fragrances to enjoy this. Like this is much more rose dominant, but there is I think also peony in here, which is beautiful. And then there's also a mandarin note, and the mandarin makes it slightly fresh. This is one that I also really enjoy in the springtime because it's kind of a lighter, fresher version of rose. Like it's not a fresh and citrusy rose, but that mandarin does have a slight, you know, citrus element to it, which makes it lighter and fresher. This one, when I wear it, it just makes me feel super beautiful. This is actually the perfume that I wore on my wedding day. When I wear this, like I get compliments on this. The Hugo Boss, the scent Private Accord. This is a chocolate orange fragrance. And I used to wear quite a lot the Thierry Mugler Angel Muse. If you have that one has a very strong patchouli note, and I do like patchouli, but sometimes I'm not like in the mood for this really strong patchouli-ish chocolate. This one is more like a lighter version of that chocolate. So this is like a milk chocolate and orange. Oh my God, this is so good. This has slightly a powdery note to it as well. You know, when you open a sachet of hot chocolate, like the instant hot chocolate, you open that sachet and then you smell the powder. That's kind of the chocolate that you get in this. And then you get this really delicious mandarin orange. Absolutely sexy, beautiful. This makes me feel very just, yeah, sexy and feminine. like good enough to eat kind of vibe. Now the longevity on this is not super good. I mean, this is one that if you are going out on a nice date, I mean, I don't know, with COVID lockdown, like where are we really going? Nowhere. You will have to like probably take this with you in your purse and you can just touch up in the bathroom, by Dior. And this is Dior Addict Eau de Parfum. I have done actually a whole review video on this, so if you're interested to know more details, please go check out that video because I talk about it at length in there. So this is like a really sexy grown up vanilla with a lot of different things going on. So it's like vanilla, there are some white florals, there's jasmine and orange blossom in here. And there's all these different spices, notably cinnamon, and I get this slight clove vibe as well, but definitely cinnamon. And the vanilla is this really deep, almost bourbon vanilla. Have you ever baked with that vanilla paste, that really rich, thick stuff that has tons of vanilla pods in it? That's kind of what this vanilla in here reminds me of. I absolutely love it. And then the opening has a slightly green vibe to it. Kind of like the stems of a rose or something like that, like the greenery part of a rose. Absolutely love this. This is one that performs really nicely. I just feel so womanly and grown up and sexy when I wear this. Maybe I wouldn't recommend this to a young girl like in her early 20s or something. I would say like 30s onward. I think like more mature women would enjoy. So the next one is an absolute cheapie, but a goodie. So this one is so inexpensive and it's great. It is by Rihanna. And this is actually the only, is it? Yeah, I think this is the only celebrity fragrance I own. This is Rebel Fleur. This is such a unique smelling perfume that is so good for date night. It is very intense. This is a very intense tuberose, coconut, and plum type of scent. It opens up with this plum and red berry vibe. The mid notes, I get a lot of tuberose and coconut and hibiscus. And then the base note is patchouli, vanilla, amber, and musk. So there is vanilla in here and there is amber in here, but there's a lot of tuberose in here. This one performs bombastically well. This is such an inexpensive fragrance. I think I paid less than 20 bucks for it. I do feel very sexy when I wear this. This is one that I also like to wear in the summertime, like summertime evening, because it has that coconut and it has the hibiscus and the tuberose. So it is sort of floral as well. I have one by Ali Saab, and this is Girl of Now. This is a very, very sweet fragrance, so I definitely have to be in the mood for this. But I think sometimes for date night, you want to smell absolutely delicious and very sweet. And I feel very, very feminine when I wear this. Like I do have a lot of sort of masculine leaning fragrances that I do love and enjoy, but this just makes me feel super feminine. So the main notes I get in here are orange blossom, almond and pistachio, tonka bean and cashmerean. And I think there's also a pear note in here, which I think also adds to the sweetness because pear can be quite sweet. This almost has an almond marzipan type of vibe. Like think of almond marzipan that you've mixed with some orange blossom concentrate, some pistachio, like roasted pistachios in there, and that is the vibe that you get from this fragrance. So it almost has this sort of syrupy, rich quality. It's very sweet. So if you like really, really sweet fragrances, you will enjoy this. So the next one I want to recommend is by the House of Christian Dior. This is from their private range, or the Maison Christian Dior, like their more luxe range. Fève délicieuse means delicious, the delicious bean. So all the main notes are like from beans. So tonka beans are these weird like beans. I think they were originally from Africa and they have a very unique smell. And there's also vanilla and cacao in here. There are some other notes, but the main thing I really get in here is the tonka, and I almost get this like cardamom note in here as well. It's very rich and creamy. Interesting combination. This kind of reminds me of baking because I often bake with those types of spices. I have tonka beans in my kitchen and I use it for cooking often when I'm making something sweet. It makes you smell absolutely delicious. It makes you smell like a very expensive French patisserie. I do have a lot of sweet sort of gourmand fragrances already, so that's why I don't own a full bottle, but if I didn't, I think I would probably pick this up because it's beautiful. This one by Serge Lutens. This is Une Bois Vanille, and I am so happy I still have the 50 ml from the original packaging. Anyway, this is Une Bois Vanille, and this is a super interesting, rich, licoricey vanilla with a lot of woodsy elements to it. I think there's guaiac wood in here. It's like you're standing in a forest. I think there might be cedar, and there's different woods in here, I know. And then you get this rich, intense vanilla. You get licorice in here, and there's also beeswax in here. So it has this sort of licoricey, waxy type of vanilla flavor to it. It's just a very unique vanilla. Like the vanillas in the other fragrances that I've mentioned so far, they're all a little bit more, well, except for maybe Dior Addict, that one is quite interesting as well. But the other ones that do have vanilla in it, the vanilla is a little bit more sort of basic, and here this is like vanilla taken to a very elite level. You smell very, very delicious when you wear this, but you also smell very interesting and refined and classy. This is not like a vanilla that might appeal to everyone. So maybe this is not a blind buy safe fragrance. But if you like elevated vanillas that don't smell like a lot of other vanillas out there, then definitely check this out. And it lasts very well on me, and it performs very well. Okay, I wanted to mention two more that I was thinking of almost leaving out of this list, because honestly, I feel like these fragrances are a little bit played out. You are not going to be original when you wear these, but I'm gonna mention them quickly because I think they're really good for like first date type of setting. This is by Yves Saint Laurent, and this is Black Opium. This is kind of one of those scents that I know like men would love. It's not one that like totally wows me, but it is pretty. It's like vanilla, pear, coffee, orange blossom, coffee, jasmine, vanilla, patchouli, cedar, pink pepper, and I know there is a pear note in here as well. It's not super original, but it's one of those scents that I know people enjoy. It's one of the like top selling fragrances. So like I said, if you are sitting in a restaurant, like probably a few other women will be wearing this, so you're not going to stand out in a crowd, but it is pleasant and it's perfect for a lot of people who just want something smelling like really nice. And the other one I have to mention, and I feel a little bit bad saying this, but it is Alien by Mugler. I absolutely love it. I have one of the absolute original formulations because this was actually sent to me by the PR firm when this was released. So I'm sure that this is one of the first formulations of it. So I've almost kind of stopped wearing it because I know I think they have like redone it now that it's owned by L'Oreal, and some people are saying it's not nearly as strong anymore. A fragrance that smells so fantastic, and it's kind of like that's kind of been its downfall because so many women wear this that literally I will smell this on so many women that I just don't want to wear it because you will literally smell like half the other women in the room. It's this really indolic jasmine. So indolic means it almost has this sort of animalic vibe to it. It's not like a barnyardy smell, but it smells very, very deep and rich. I get a lot of, the jasmine, the white floral, and the amber, but like I said, it's just one that is so common that I hardly ever reach for it anymore. And I often wear now the flanker. I use that more in the summertime. It's the Eau Sublime. I like that one almost more because it still has the vibe of Alien, but it's just a little bit more original. You don't smell it like nearly as much, and it's just a beautiful take on it. I do have to mention it though because it's fantastic. Like when you wear this, you just smell super sexy, super feminine. This is like the quintessential date night fragrance, but like I said, that's kind of its downfall. That's why a lot of people do wear it. Please, before you go, hit that subscribe button. A lot of you are actually watching my videos and only a portion of you are subscribed. So I would love to have more of you actually subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any uploads. Like I said, I really only talk about fragrance and perfume on here, and I will see you guys very soon for the next one. Bye.